The Roz and Mocha Show. KiSS 92.5.
All right, guys, how are you?
We're good. We're excited to be here.
In snowy Toronto.
I know, right? This show looks absolutely fantastic. Why now?
Oh, we just thought it was time that we could bring to the screen new and exciting, fresh visual imagery to go with the Bible. And we have told these stories. They'll be on TV, on the History Channel, March 3rd, for 5 weeks, 2 hours each night. And it's big, it's beautiful, it's epic. It's the Bible like you've never seen it before.
Look at that. She's good at selling
Well, I
stuff.
have to also say, as we were leaving from Morocco to make the Bible, we have 3 cool teenagers. Their last piece of advice to the parents, me and Roma, was, please don't make this lame. Let's make this epic.
I love that when you're talking to me, we're like, when we went to make the Bible. I mean, that could be taken the whole other way. I want to ask you, do you have to get, Mark, do you have to get permission to do something like this? Is there a copyright on the Bible? Like, is somebody going to sue you for copyright infringement? Like, who do you get permission from to do this?
Well, of course, the story is not copyrightable. It is the ancient sacred text. But there's certain translations, there's certain wording and ways that you do need to be aware of the legalities of it. So yes, actually, bizarrely enough, and I bet your listeners do not know this, there are many versions of the Bible which are actually owned by giant corporations. And every time someone buys one of those Bibles, those giant corporations get paid.
Now, how does somebody who has done such amazing shows like Celebrity Apprentice, Survivor, The Voice, how do you all of a sudden, now I'm going to do the Bible? Like, they're so extremely different.
Oh, they are. Well, first of all, we love the Bible. We're people of faith. Beyond that, it's the underpinning of society. Mm-hmm. Laws, the moral code, and stories. I mean, there wouldn't be, for example, Lord of the Rings wouldn't exist without the Bible. The Chronicles of Narnia wouldn't exist without the Bible. And to a weirder extent, the movie The Matrix, a lot of it was based upon the Bible. So, it's gone right through our society.
It's the cornerstone of our culture, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
I mean, and, you could pick up a newspaper tomorrow to read about some small business being sued by a big firm, and they would refer to the David and Goliath story, and so, which is one of the great Old Testament stories. So, I think that there's something about it that's very relatable. The stories are really our stories, and even though it's told from 2,000 years ago, all the things that they experienced and their struggles are our struggles, their hopes are our hopes. So we just wanted to tell a story in a way that would emotionally connect with the audience, whether it would move them, whether it would excite them, whether it would, whether it's the special effects that draw you in, or the great music by Hans Zimmer, who created the score for us, which is fantastic. Beautiful performances, but it's got a real sweep. I think it's got something for everybody.
Last couple of questions for you. I know that this is going to come out on DVD eventually. Will there be alternate endings?
There is only one ending. It's called Revelation. No. But that's a funny question. But but I have to tell you, on a serious note, it's amazing how flawed the heroes are. You look at great movies. Mm-hmm. Whether it be Gladiator or one of those huge epic movies, heroes are never simple and have their own sets of flaws. And that really comes out of the Bible. Things like King David or King Saul or Samson. If you look at these stories, some of the most flawed heroes ever. Epic heroes, epic battles, and so I think young people will relate to. But it's an incredible story. And I have to tell you, more people will see our version of the Bible as a mini-series than if you combine Survivor, The Apprentice, The Voice, Touched by an Angel together. I know that for a fact.
Okay, 3 more questions. 3 more fast questions. Okay, I need to find out from you. Or actually, I have to tell you, Mark. Our host, Roz, from time to time when he goes to hotels, signs the Bible going, "Thanks for your support, Jesus." What are your thoughts on that?
No, I think that's great, thanking Jesus for his support. I think Roz is really smart.
No, he signs it as Jesus.
I think actually you've read that wrong. He's thanking Jesus. That's why you should be fearful, because Rosie can have a bigger career than you.
Now, can a gay Jew like myself enjoy this show?
Absolutely. the first 5 hours are the Old Testament. And let's hope you, but do you even know the Old Testament? If we gave you
My bar mitzvah portion is all I knew.
So we don't want to give you a test right now, and otherwise you'll have so many fellow Jewish listeners writing in complaining that you don't even know the story.
Okay, give me one quiz question.
What was happening when King David and King Saul confronted each other, and David snuck up behind Saul with a knife, cut a piece of Saul's tunic? Why was Saul so distracted that David could do that?
Because he was questioning Christina Aguilera leaving The Voice.
No, in fact, King Saul was taking a pee at the time in a cave, true Bible story, and was so distracted from relieving himself, it allowed David to sneak up behind him and cut a piece of his cloth.
That's fantastic. Rapid fire question here. Are you upset that Christina Aguilera left The Voice, and how's it going to do this season?
Christina Aguilera is one of my best friends, as is also Roma's best friends, and she's taking a break to work on her album, and she'll be back. She's not left The Voice, she's just busy. I knew that when I put current superstar recording artists as coaches on The Voice, they would need time off to go and carry on being music superstars. They're not TV music show judges, coaches. They're music stars who happen to be on a TV show.
And who's going to win Celebrity Apprentice All-Stars this year?
There's always only one winner of Celebrity Apprentice, Donald Trump.
You're fired. Thank you so much, dude. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You're beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
The Roz and Mocha Show. KiSS 92.5.